In these modern times, the person who goes to work may not have far to go. But at the Hat of the Month Club, the boss better keep moving. To keep the books, organize the files, write the letters, check out the inventory, find time to create, and still keep on top of things. Yet even a thriving business can reach a point of diminishing returns. A good time to learn about the IBM personal computer. With this tool for modern times, a person can quickly master such jobs as accounting or word processing. Even use the IBM personal computer to forecast growth. All helping the business person at home to wear many hats, while selling even more. And that can be a feather in anyone's cap. The IBM personal computer. Try one on at a store near you.
Hello. Can you all hear me okay? I think I've managed to start unmuted as well for a change. You're muted, you cheeky. I don't know. How are the levels? Is the background music good volume? Hello, Beef Viper, welcome. Background music's too high. It's louder than me. How's that? It's very difficult to hear my end. Music is louder than you. There we go. See? This is only the third time I've ever done this, so I'm far from a professional. I think the video quality is looking a bit better than it did last time. I've been playing with the settings with the bitrate and resolution and whatnot. So, how are we all doing? Oh wow, the bot's working properly and everything. This is almost a professional operation, isn't it? Wow. So I've had a bit of a rearrange of my shelves at the back here. If you've seen one of my recent videos or anything on the second channel, you'll probably see that it's obviously changed a little bit. I've got the Famicom stuff out, which I got out for the Dr. A composite mod video, and I got all my nice Atari 2800 and the Jaguar and the Lynx out on display as well. They used to be kind of up here on the top shelf where you can't really see. Hello Laura, welcome. Hello Lee, Rich, Andrew S, James, Mr. Encott. Wow, Action Retro. Lots of familiar names and faces in the chat tonight. Very good. So I'm doing my bit to entertain the troops tonight. Obviously, we've all been locked down again here in the UK, forbidden from leaving the house. So, as none of my regulars that I tend to watch were, none of them tend to stream on a Wednesday. I thought I'd step up to the plate. You know, it's the least I could do for the mental health of the nation. Whether it will be a positive thing or a negative thing in that regard, I guess we'll have to wait and see over the next hour or so. So, yes. So you have the beauty filter on. This is just my face, you know. That's just can't help it. Take one for the team. Exactly. It's the least I could do. So I put the ultra low latency mode on this stream on YouTube because I know the last couple of streams that I did, there were some issues where people were typing stuff in the chat and I wasn't seeing it until like 30 seconds later, and it was just impossible to have a conversation. So, Dave? Oh, Dave, there you are. Hi, Dave. You're not late. We've only just started. I think you need to grow a beard. Well, I try. I do. I've never shaved. I'm not old enough. Bit scared that I might cut myself. More fun making it. How are you doing? More fun making it. Lee. Yes, that's the right channel. Sorry, I'm really terrible with names, Lee. Built an amazing virtual pinball table, which he finished the other night. He's been doing like a multi-part series on it, and the whole thing's been like gripping. I've been watching it on my lunch break, and it's just like the skills. It's just, I'm in awe, especially like the woodworking skills. And just, I've got all the tools, but it's a case of all the gear, no idea in my case. Don't worry, I'm old and still can't grow a beard. Well, watching while working the day job. So, where are we all in the world? Obviously, I know a lot of the guys from the RMC Discord that I see in the chat. They're, generally UK based. I know there's a couple of Americans, but yeah, where is everyone? Or do you want me to shut up and just get on with the computer stuff? I don't mind. Englandshire. Montreal, very cool. East Coast USA, wow. Can't grow hair, let alone a beard. Well, that's the problem. BitterBlitter, because obviously, as you can see, it's kind of. I'm in my late 30s now, believe it or not, and it's kind of on its way out. And I don't have that backup option of growing a beard, which is what obviously most men go for. Neil, famously bald and bearded guy. Mr. Lurch and all those kind of tech YouTubers. Techmoan, obviously he's starting to go down the beard route as well. So unfortunately, I'm just gonna have to have a head like a Malteser, completely hairless, as it should be. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. We all have beards here in Portland. Recommend a hat. Yeah, hat would be a good look. Yeah, I could go for a hat. Exotic Suffolk, Santa Monica, Virginia. Techmoan is the most dapper man in tech. I agree. Techmoan is the most dapper man in tech. Yeah. We're in lockdown. Just stop shaving for the rest of it, and eventually you'll get something. Goatee to help with masks. Oh yeah, I suppose you could shave it so it's kind of just inside the line of the mask, and you could have like a secret beard, and you go out in public with the mask on, and nobody would ever know. Yeah, I can see you in a pork pie hat. I like if you've seen the new Ashens film, The Polybius Heist. If you've seen Barry Lewis's hat in that, he wears this amazing bowler hat that's like a colander, dual purpose. So. So yes, I've got my, obviously you've seen my collection in the background. Unfortunately, the camera isn't set up in such a way that I can pick it up and give you a bit of a tour. I did a tour in my first live stream last year. Apparently it gave some people motion sickness by the way I was swinging the camera around, and all sorts of things happened. My laptop overheated and nearly died, and it was quite the adventure. So yeah. Any new toys in your collection since the last tour? That's a very good question. Not really. I've really cut down on the spending just lately, to be honest. I bought this, which is an IBM PC Junior joystick, which actually, although I keep it next to this PC because it looks awesome with it, it's got a weird connector on it. Apparently you can build an adapter, which is just literally, apparently the pins are the same as a standard PC game port, but you need to build like a physical adapter to connect it. I don't have a sound card in this at the minute anyway, so it's not like I could. But yeah, that's a new toy, and that's really cool. Little IBM joystick. Just trying to think what else I have. It is PC Junior, yeah. Do you have much of an old school DOS boxed games collection? My PC games, I recently moved them down a shelf to here. I don't really have much really old stuff. What have I got? I've got the original 5 1/4 inch version of Elite up there. I've got Flight Simulator, I think that's version 4 or 5. Yeah, as far as the earlier DOS stuff goes, I did get something actually which I ordered over Christmas, because we were playing this game over Christmas, the wife and I, playing it on RetroArch on our Nvidia Shield on the TV, and we bought some of those 8-bit do, or is it 8-bit do Mega Drive or like Genesis type controllers, the wireless ones. And we played this game from all the way through, from start to finish, between us, taking it in turns, and then we played the sequel. And I was a bit drunk on eBay one night, and I actually bought it from America, and it did actually arrive the other day. Can anyone guess the game? It's a shareware game. Can the 5150 handle Wolf 3D? No, unfortunately not. BitterBlitter, Commander Keen. There you go, very first guess. So yes, it is Commander Keen 4. Oh, there it is. Obviously, I already have it anyway because it's shareware. But yeah, our best Nintendo-like game. So that's its. And MicroStar used to. In fact, the version of Doom that we had on our first PC back in 1994, 95, 94, Christmas '94, we got it. I actually had the MicroStar version of Doom with it, and that was my first experience of playing Doom. So it'd be quite a cool little series to collect, I guess. Obviously, they're kind of. I think this one's sealed actually. I probably shouldn't open that. But yeah, original shareware Commander Keen. Biggerbyte, hello. Lee Smith's Workshop. Do you want my AdLib card? Do I want an AdLib card? Just pop that back up there in its little spot. I've kind of rearranged this back line. Obviously, you can't see that. AdLib. The answer is I already have an AdLib card, and I probably don't need any more because it's not currently in a computer anyway. In fact, I don't know where it is. I've tidied up since then. If someone says, "Do you want an AdLib card?" you say, "Okay, yes, I want the AdLib card." No, I've got this Amstrad AdLib clone. This has got it's got the genuine OPL2 chip on it and everything. And I don't use it. I can't really use it in this PC because it's just not got the processing power to support an AdLib card, unfortunately. And I've got a Sound Blaster 16, and I have an Orpheus card on its way for my 486 as well. Reese might have just ordered a sound card. Yes, thanks, Dave. Dave was instrumental in arranging that. So. Because you can never have too many retro sound cards, can you? Absolutely not. Just trying to think what else I've acquired lately. Yeah, it's been a pretty busy, pretty quiet few months, really. Anyway, let's turn this back on. Any new Jag pickups? I haven't. I was actually playing with the Jag the other day. There was a tech demo that a guy I follow on Twitter, a guy I followed for a while actually, released. It was just like a little two-screen tech demo thing for a game that he's working on. So I actually got the Jag out and had a go on that because I've got the flash card. Should sit more over here, shouldn't I? So the chat isn't in front of my face. But no, the trouble is with the Jag games now is that the only ones I have left tend to be the really expensive ones, and it's hard to justify spending £100 on a game that will just sit on the shelf. So, yeah. A few rando ISA Sound Blaster cards at VCF. You see, I'd really love to go to VCF, obviously being thousands of miles away. I took part in their virtual event last year. Submitted a few videos for that, the EGA CGA video and the PC Sprint, which are obviously both based around this very machine. Velociraptor has an amazing I/O plate collection. Would you consider a reproduction Jag box to finish the collection? No. No, I wouldn't. No, I'm quite proud of the fact that they're all sort of original releases, and I don't collect stuff that's in immaculate condition. They're all a bit beat up and used and loved. You know, you save a bit of money that way, and I think they look more authentic that way. So What games have you got to show us tonight? You see people have, get on with the games. Stop talking, get on with the games. Get on with the games. I agree, let's get on with some games. What's the thing to the right of the monitor? Oh, that's my microphone. Yeah, the I have this foam sound deadening thing, which is usually part of my mic stand, but it actually broke off the other day. But I discovered that I can clamp it around the microphone itself, and it's trying to sort of deaden the sound of the PC that's right next to it. I also enabled this noise reduction thing in OBS, and nobody's complained about the quality of the microphone, so I assume it's not. I assume it's actually working properly, and compression and yeah, just trying to make a professional go of it. Sounded like you were considering it. No, I agree, Dave. That obviously, people have different goals when it comes to collecting. Yeah, I like what I like, and some people have their games in reproduction boxes, and they look great. So it's just yeah, I don't know. It's just I go for that kind of worn look and that used aesthetic. I think. Are you using isotope? I'm not, Josh. So yeah, Josh and I are in a Discord together, and we talk about like YouTube tech stuff. Josh has his own channel and does some streaming and stuff as well. He's a big Atari guy, a big Atari 8-bit guy, after my own heart. And yeah, he keeps recommending Isotope to me, and I keep ignoring him, unfortunately. So sorry about that, Josh, but I will check it out, I promise. Tonight's choice of beverage. Now, this is we could potentially end up going down a bit of a rabbit hole here. Because I'm drinking this cherry juice. It's literally just... Oh, was it someone else, Josh? Sorry about that. You were recommending something, weren't you? Something open source, I think. Yeah, so I'm doing this Whole30 diet, which is like a paleo type diet. No sugar, no carbs, no alcohol. So yeah, that's just fruit juice and sparkling water is all that's in there. So it's very nice. I mean, I drank it before. It's not just a weirdo CrossFit diet thing. So let's turn this on. Brains do like sugar. My brain needs sugar. I function on sugar. No sugar or carbs. How are you still alive? Well, the carbs thing's complicated. It's grains, basically. I can have potatoes. Lots of potatoes. Yeah. It's good, though. I'll tell you what. It's... I'm not going to... No, it's fine. You know what? I need biscuits. Tell me about it. Well, I mean, those of you who know me know that I've been... drinking mulled wine pretty much. I think we started in early October and didn't stop until well, December the 31st, so I really needed a break from that. It's just pure sugar and alcohol. Not that I'm complaining, and I'm going to be straight back on it as soon as February starts. So but it's good to give my organs a break. Anyway, let's take a look at this PC. Boom. Almost like I know what I'm doing. You don't look like you have an ounce of fat on you. Why diet? Well, it's not about losing weight. It's just, it's interesting that the whole cutting out refined sugar and stuff, I find I just sleep better, and it's just an interesting experiment to do. We did it last year, and yeah, I just find myself full of energy and stuff. It's weird. It's hard to explain. But obviously the wife does all the cooking and she feeds me. So if she's doing it, I'm doing it. Yeah, I mean, I have my Fitbit, and I track my sleep, tracks my sleep cycles and stuff every night, so it's kind of scientific. Please explain the choice of OS. Well, Dave, I'm running PC-DOS 2000 on this machine, and the reason is There's actually a post on my website about this, and I did mention it in my video that I did about this PC over Christmas, my DOS-Ember video. PC-DOS 2000 or PC-DOS 7 revision 1 uses around the same. It has around the same memory footprint as DOS sort of 3 or 4, but it has all of the nice features of DOS 6 and onwards. So yeah, it's and Josh is right. IBM purist, run an IBM operating system on an IBM machine. That's definitely a big aspect of it as well. So yeah, that's just seemed to make sense. Also, it also means that it's what's the word? Millennium compliant, Y2K compliant as well. So it's means that I can have my nice, actually knows what the date is as well, which is unusual for a machine of this age. So let's have a look what's on here. I love this delay when you do a DIR. There's it has to calculate how much free disk space there is, and it takes DOS some time to do that on a machine of this speed. But actually, I suppose what you really want to see are games which are in here. So let's do it that way. Yeah, DOS 6.22 is what I tend to go with. It's what I run on my 486. I've got it running alongside Windows 3.11 on there. So this has a compact flash card in it. I believe it's a 512 meg card connected to an XT IDE interface. Yeah, it's hooked up to my home network, so I can FTP into my NAS and copy files across and all of that kind of stuff. Telnet to BBSs, and yeah, it's quite the capable machine for what it is. Pirates, yeah. I tell you what, I was just playing some Pirates just as I was setting up the stream and testing out the capture side of things. Sorry, that's gone off the screen now, hasn't it? Yeah, but I couldn't get past the copy protection. I'm sure there's a list probably online somewhere, but it asks you some questions. What happened on this date in this particular place, and you have to pick an answer, and then if you get it wrong, you basically have to fight the captain, and he kills you. And so that's what I was doing literally about half an hour ago before I started this stream. So yeah, I mean, we can play some Pirates if someone's willing to go and look up the answer to the copy protection question online for me. The Gamer's Edge thing, the Gamer's Edge disc is quite interesting. If you know the history of id Software, who made Commander Keen and Doom and Wolfenstein 3D and all that lot, obviously John Romero and John Carmack, Gamer's Edge was kind of their weekly, monthly disc magazine that they used to publish, and they actually wrote their own software and games and things that they actually published on the disc. So this disc has 2 games on it: Dangerous Dave, which was written by John Romero, and Catacomb, which is John Carmack's game. It's like a dungeon crawler type game. Both of those are a lot of fun. We could play some Dangerous Dave. But yeah, and they kind of had these mad rambling newsletter things on the same disc as well, with all the sort of latest updates on what they were up to, and kind of invented the whole shareware model, I guess. Well, maybe not invented, but early pioneers of it. Hello, it's an arse. Welcome. It's okay, you haven't missed much. Just me rambling. It's still BBS these days. When does the silver train? That's exactly the one. Yeah. Okay, Josh, thanks for popping in. Good to see you. Sorry I didn't get around to the DOS games a bit quicker. Mr. Lurch, good morning. What time is it in sunny Australia? Although, yeah, it's the middle of winter here, so it's the middle of summer there, isn't it? How do you capture PC speaker sound? So there's a link to a video that keeps popping up in the chat, and also there's a link down in the description that I made about this PC. There's basically a circuit that it's not one I invented, but it's basically just a resistor and a capacitor. It's very simple, and takes the 5-volt square wave that the PC speaker uses and kind of turns it into something remotely resembling a line level output, and then that's piped into my video capture setup. Yeah, so it's not perfect, but yeah, it works. It does the job. Can you put a sound card in the 5150? Yes, the 8-bit ISA adlib card that I was showing off a minute ago. I have had this in here and it does work and it makes noise, but it does slow the whole thing down quite a lot. There's also the OPL3 LPT, which plugs into the parallel port, and obviously provides OPL3 functionality, backwards compatible with the OPL2. That was on the 8-bit guys channel quite a while ago, so that's quite a cool bit of kit. But same issue again as the adlib card. Obviously, you know, pumping all of that data through to that does create quite a lot of CPU overhead, which is not what you want when you have such a slow CPU to begin with. So I would say 286 or above if you're looking for something with a sound card. Evening Custardo, good to see you here. How does the Isobus handle your overclock? Well, the PC Sprint is quite a clever piece of kit. I don't actually have a spare one to show you. But it generates the faster clock for the CPU, but it doesn't overclock the rest of the system. So it doesn't mess up timings on serial communications and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, for adlib you need 286, absolutely. Do you use some sort of splitter for EGA? Yes, I do. I have a device called a CGA to RGB. That's covered in that video again that I linked down in the description. And yeah, just a standard Y splitter cable. That then goes into an OSSC, which is in 4x line multiplying mode. So what you see on the screen here is a 1280 by 960, and that's that's upscaled 4 times from the actual output from the EGA card. The other thing is, because this is an IBM EGA card, it has those dip switches on the back, and you can set it to obviously tell it that it's using a CGA monitor, so it won't go into those higher refresh rate modes like 31 kHz modes, which obviously this monitor can't handle. So yeah, to be honest, most EGA games use the 15 kHz modes anyway, so they work fine on this. Yeah, OSSC, I love my OSSC, I can highly recommend it. Unfortunately, the best place to buy them is Video Game Perfection, and they're based in Ireland, and they're not shipping to the UK at the moment. So yeah, perhaps I could have stocked up on them and cornered the market if I knew that was going to happen. So shall we play some Dangerous Dave? Now the only thing is I've laid my desk out in such a way that I can't actually see the chat when I'm playing this. Maybe I can probably bring it up here actually. There you go. Yes, there's somebody in the chat who knows a bit more about the PC Sprint than I do. I just soldered the thing together and stuck it in, so thanks for that. Standard 8088. Yeah, the V20, no, I haven't discovered anything that doesn't run on the V20, although to be honest, I've not really tried to run a huge amount on this. So Dangerous Dave in trophy trouble. This game based on our very own Dave Velociraptor in the chat, of course. It's a biographical account of his life, searching for treasure in the Scottish Highlands. Yeah, so Clyde Cooper, son of a NASA scientist, yada yada yada. Yes, you, Dangerous Dave, must find the 10 trophies and escape from the pirates' hideout alive. Deadly weird weeds, infernal fearsome fire, horrible wicked water, and maybe terrible inhabitants of the hideout. Get the trophy and get to the door. I did not know that, Matt. Yes. Yeah, because I've had some people... We're going to go off on a tangent again now. Does Dangerous Dave also have a head of beautiful hair? We'll see in a moment. Yeah, I've actually had some people ask me, you know, why not just put a faster clock crystal in there and just overclock the whole lot? And you're absolutely right. It makes sounds play too fast, and it screws up some other things. So, hence the need for the PC Sprint with its separate clock for the CPU. So controlling Dave, joystick, obviously I don't have a joystick hooked up at the moment. So we've got left, right, up, control to shoot, and also a jetpack, which we don't get until a bit later on. So let's give it a go. So yeah, Dangerous Dave by John Romero, 1990. So this predates Doom by 3 years. Like I say, soft disk, their kind of early shareware effort. So let's go. Now you have to wonder, you know, obviously the NES had been out. When did the NES come out? 1983, I think the Famicom came out in Japan, and 84 for the Nintendo Entertainment System in the rest of the world. And if you compare this to something like Mario, and bear in mind that this was 6 years later, it's not all that impressive, is it? But it's what PC gamers, obviously I was 6 when this came out, it's what PC gamers had to put up with at the time. Games Made of Cardboard, hi, good to have you here. Great channel. Do you get the sprite flashing on your monitor? Yes. So I've never been sure how to get this red gem thing here. You don't get the jetpack until later, but if you jump down there and try and grab it, you end up in the lava and you die, so who knows? I think, being John Romero and being the way that he is, he probably just put those down there to troll us and to make us jump to our death. He's an evil man. Maybe, Dave. How's the audio? Is it volume okay? I hate to deafen people with the PC speaker. Crunchy, oh yes. I'm surprised nobody's discovered the bot stuff that you can play with. Perhaps I shouldn't have mentioned that. There's a gun. So this grass stuff kills you, I know that much. Gun. Oh, some kind of spider. Oh, and it shoots. And the spider spits at you. There we go. What was that? There we go. We've got 1990 EGA gaming with 21st century obnoxious Twitch sound effects. Here's Reese. Oh, are the bot sounds really loud? Sorry about that. Let me turn that down. I turned the music down, but not that. Let's try that. Of course, this has all been thoroughly tested. So I think that down at the bottom is the jetpack. Now I could go through the door, or I could go and get these things at the top. And possibly die horribly in the process. Nope, there's just a purple thing at the end. And now my jetpack's going to run out and I'm going to die. Thank you, John Romero. Oh no, we might just about make it. Ah! Well, there we go. Is the guy a master troll or what? Oh. Replayed some of his Doom 2 levels. And Sigil, of course. Game sound is terrible, but still better than the Atari ST. There's all... Oh, so you put me off now with your Atari ST talk. Slowest jetpack ever. Yeah, it's. Yeah, let's see what's going on in the chat. I think it was poor headphone listeners. I think I need to. We need to get on with Dark Forces as well, really, don't we? I started playing that before Christmas, and then we got to that sewer level, and I must have spent about 2 hours just going around in circles. Oh, for... Lost my touch. Oh, what was that? Well, there was a question about Dangerous Dave's hair, wasn't there? And it's just remembered he's actually wearing a hat, a red hat, similar to a certain plumber. Out that smooth scrolling. Of course, if you know your id Software lore, and I'm sure you do, and I'm probably preaching to the converted here, but Commander Keen, the smooth EGA scrolling routines that John Carmack came up with for Commander Keen, started off as basically them trying to get the license to make Mario for the PC, and they originally put Dangerous Dave in it, and I think they actually released it as a Dangerous Dave game before they came up with the concept for Commander Keen, and I think I've got that somewhere, so that might be an interesting one to check out. I'm not sure if I copied it across to this PC. I can always have a look. Where's the jetpack gone? Okay, maybe we can jump to the door. We can jump to the door. That's good. Fred Durst hat. fire there. Quite like the pace of this game. I can play it and keep up with the chat at the same time. It's no Sonic the Hedgehog, is it? Ah! Well, that was exciting. Would you say, Reese, that this game is only notable because of what came after it from the creators, or is it a good game in its own merit? Good question. There are a lot of platformers from around this time that play very much like this, that look like this and sound like this. I don't think it's particularly noteworthy, no. Yeah, I think the only reason... I mean, it's alright for a game of its era. Yeah, it's, you know, it's one of the better ones, but I'm not sure it would have been remembered quite as well as it is if it were not for the names attached to it. Let's give it another go. And then we'll go on to see if we can go on to something else. I mean, if you compare it to something like Prince of Persia, what year did Prince of Persia come out? Slightly after, it was after the... Game reminds me of Duke Nukem, the original Duke Nukem, yes. Fantastic game. It's no flashback. Oh, I missed that one, didn't I? Very true. I mean, yeah, of course, like the NES and the SNES and the Master System and all of that obviously had hardware dedicated to scrolling, so it was all done in software on the PC. I wonder what PCR stands for. Good. Boom. Oh. Ah, that was silly. Is there a utility to set volume? No. I did, when I put the circuit in to capture the audio from the PC speaker, I did consider putting a switch in there just to be able to switch it on and off. But I didn't. Oh my goodness. Depending on the system, either way too low or much too loud. And that's the thing about this PC, because it's a very substantial, solid thing. I mean, this is proper thick steel, not like your 90s PCs. And it's just this big empty thing that resonates. So yeah, the PC speaker on this one is particularly loud. It's probably being picked up by the microphone as well as the capture card. I hope you can hear this wonderful keyboard as well. Very nice thing. Where have all the spiders gone? Oh, so you don't get to keep the jetpack. Yeah, the Model F. Well, I mean, it's exactly the same. It's the same buckling spring technology as the M, as far as I know. I don't actually own an M, so I don't really know. Oh. Right, this is it. This is my last life, so if we don't make it now, I'm going to move on. I'll have a look at some commander key, I think. Oh my. I don't have a gun. This isn't remotely fair. Go this way. Oh, that was silly. That was very silly. Well, there you go. Let's have a look at something else. We can have a look at John Carmack's game on the same disc, actually. On the Gamer's Edge monthly newsletter. May as well while we're here, I guess. Yeah. Blah-de-blah-de-blah. Typical John Carmack. What's the IBM PC clone of Dig Dug? I don't know if there is a IBM PC clone of Dig Dug. How do I shoot? Yeah. Oh no. Get in there. Ah! It's a gingerbread man. Some kind of goblin dude. Goblin king. Yes, I did select EGA, believe it or not. Yeah, it really makes the most of that EGA colour palette, doesn't it? With that lovely shade of pink. You'd think that if you don't have to use that shade of pink, you would choose not to. But there we go. Ah! Horrid little... Yeah, this is EGA, yeah. And yes, this is basically Gauntlet. But it's on the PC! And John Carmack programmed it. And he made Doom. So show some respect. I have to admit, I'm preferring Dangerous Dave so far. Oh, I see. Looks like John Carmack drew the sprites. Programmer art. What are these little red dudes? Shoot through the walls to get to that dude, do I? No? There is a charm, I agree. It's easy to mock stuff like this with the benefit of hindsight, but, you know. Grave robbers beware. Are you running in turbo at the moment? Yes, I am running in turbo. I suppose I could switch between the two and show the difference. Hey. A bit of wall I need to shoot to get. The AI quality. So yeah, if I have to be careful when I do this because the turbo and reset buttons are right next to each other. So if I turn the turbo mode off, there's not really any difference there. As there shouldn't be. How do I get into this bit? Oh, I'm dead. Shooting random walls. Shot power, yes, you can. Yeah, I did work that out. Yeah, you can hold it down. I didn't think about that. Depends where Catacomb 3D came from. Yes. So, as you can see, that's the first time I've actually played that. Yeah. That's the thing, and when you think about, I mean, this was 1990, and when you think, you know, I mean, what came in sort of 2000-ish, 98, I think, was Half-Life. It's amazing the rate of progress that PCs made in the 90s. It was pretty incredible. Certainly, I think much quicker than things are moving nowadays. Paul, this is Catacomb, or is it Catacomb? It's John Carmack's game from the Gamer's Edge disc that also had John Romero's Dangerous Dave on it. Just a Gauntlet clone, I think. But it's all right. Hours of fun back in the day. Please make copies of this disc and give it to friends. That's a refreshing change, isn't it? Yeah. And obviously that was quite a novel concept at the time. So, do you want me to assault your ears with some amazing PC speaker goodness? Yeah, well, I was 6 in 1990, so yeah, similar age. Xenon 2, of course, famous for that amazing sampled intro, and the oh, thanks Lee, thanks for popping in. Good to see you in the chat. Good to have you. Xenon 2. So I think this is definitely worth a look. If you think you enjoy the tones of the PC speaker, this game might make you think again. Yeah, compared to the sampled audio of the Amiga version and the nice YM audio of the Atari version, which of course was superior to the Amiga version. Yeah, this is something else. So we'll have a look in EGA mode. EGA graphics in this game are really impressive. What they did with the graphics, if not so much with the sound. And it doesn't support ad-lib, so it's PC speaker or nothing. Could this be worse than the ST version? You'll find out in a second. It takes a while to load, even in turbo mode on a compact flash card. Yeah, ray tracing. There is an STE version of Xenon 2, yes. Yes, Dave, there is. With that great background music. Do you have any games to load from floppy disk? Yes, somewhere, but I don't trust these floppy drives. I haven't really cleaned them or serviced them properly, so I don't use them. I need to get round to that, really. I have to say, they've done a good job. You know, it sounds like what it's supposed to sound like, and it's all done with, 1-bit square waves on a tinny little speaker. I mean, fair play to them for that. Anyway, shall we have a look at the actual game? I have to say, I'm quite impressed by how smoothly this game. See, we can keep the music on for the gameplay part, but then we don't get sound effects. So it also slows it down quite a bit. So I'll leave that off. Yeah, I think you might be pleasantly surprised at what they've done with the EGA graphics here. I was, you know, well, let's have a look. Apologies for lack of interaction, but it's quite an intense one, this, compared to Dangerous Dave. I'll be right back with you. Yeah, I think I'll be streaming with my 486 again next time, so what I will do is fire this up and we'll have a look at the VGA version. But I have to say, you know, they've done alright. They've done alright with the EGA colour palette. 16 colours from a choice of 64. What's your go-to game on this machine? Probably Commander Keen, actually. Yeah. But the very first one. Anyway, let's catch up with the chat and enjoy another clip of that wonderful music. It chugs along. 15 FPS. The turbo's on, believe it or not. Do you want to see how it runs without the turbo? Let's have a look. I don't want to sell that, no. It's the only weapon I have. Yes. What do you want to buy? Oh, why is any of this stuff? Who knows? Tell you what, the shop part runs really slowly. Advice? No, nobody wants to buy that. Speed up. Oh yeah, we'll have that. There isn't room for that on your ship. Oh, you know what? Let's just go back to shooting stuff. Space Quest 1 and 2. I haven't got around to trying those yet. I've got Maniac Mansion on here. Obviously that's not Sierra, it's LucasArts, but yeah, that runs okay. So yeah, Commodore blog indeed. Sarah is Colin the shopkeeper. So let's turn that turbo off. It is now off, because this is a great game to demo this. Just how unplayable this is. Well, to be fair, it's still playable. At the moment. Makes it easier, if anything, yeah. Canapes. Flying canapes. And now... I really want to turn the turbo back on, and I would know I'll die if I take my eyes off the screen for a second. There we go. A relaxed shooter for people with poor reactions, which is why it's a game that suits me very well. So, I also know that you have to actually reboot the PC to get out of this game. So, and that's where the reset switch comes in handy. So, 41 people watching. Hope you're enjoying. Don't forget to subscribe. Not very good at the YouTuber thing, it has to be said. Tyman, hi. That's a name I recognise. Welcome. Oh, I do have Loom on here. I remember the last time I played that. What's the executable called? Oh, loom.exe. Probably should have guessed. Tell us about Loom. I don't have a mouse. Select proficiency level. I'm going to go for standard. Oh no! Who's got the book of patterns? It's copy protection. Tell us about Loom. Well, Loom is a game with copy protection, and I need to pick one of these symbols. And I'm a dirty pirate. I didn't pay for it. So, if anyone in the chat can help, or maybe I could, we could give up and play something else. Wait a second, I have a code sheet ready. There we go, you see. Thanks, people. Chatters to the rescue. Let's, we'll just show that. There we go, so we've still got that there. So while people hunt that one down. Yeah, so Wednesday night. 42 people. This is, I mean, this is a really good turnout. This is twice as many people as I got on my previous stream. Although my previous stream was just me running around in circles in Stormtrooper poop in Dark Forces on that horrible sewer level. And I still have, obviously I still have my save game from that on my 486. And at some point I'm going to carry on running around in circles. If you number them 1 to 10 from top left. Right, okay, let's give it a go. So that's number 1. That's number 9. That's number 4. That's number 2. Oh, wow. Thank you very much, TW11 Tube. There we go. Oh, and there goes Hive Mind doing its thing. Let's switch back to the... Nobody wants to see my ugly mug. Sorry, I just had to mute the mic for that so you could enjoy it in all of its glory. There was a question about overclocking the PC some more. I guess it was James, I know it was probably a joke comment, but I have attempted to overclock this PC. It's running at 7.16, and I have attempted to go faster than that. I bought a 24 megahertz crystal, which if you divide it by 3 makes 8. So that would have given me 8 megahertz, but it was incredibly unstable. You tried to run anything and it would crash. So I've stuck with the 21 point whatever it is crystal that I've got to get the 7.16 megahertz that it's running at now, and that's kind of the fastest I could go with it still being stable. So yes. So I have to confess, it's been so long since I played this. So if you need to, if I'm doing something very stupid and you want to help me out, I appreciated the tip with the copy protection. By the way, that's the power of crowdsourcing. I remember you can go into these tents, can't you? Oh my god. Better. Yeah. You lot have the benefit of volume control for this. I don't. This thing is loud. In this one. Can I go in there? No. Can I jump in the fire and make it stop? Stop it! There we go. It stopped. Do you have pets, or did you have pets? Yeah, I have some cats somewhere. They've probably gone out. Yeah, thankfully the neighbours are pretty understanding. Oh, I've just had a message from the wife. Apparently the music is upsetting the cats. She's watching me downstairs. I'm surprised she hasn't popped into the chat, actually. That moment after it stopped is like ultimate zen. How's Johnny liking the PC speaker? He's not bothered. He's probably used to it living in your house, to be fair. All the old PC goodness you got going on there. Do. Where do I go? It's been so long since I played this. You go to one of the tents and talk to someone, don't you, at one point? Is that at the beginning? Is it this one? Ah. Oh, this is the one with the thing. Let's not spoil this. Quite big for a tent. Section of the long tapestry. Okay, so page 5 of 12 of the main board shows the delay line. Oh, I see. I think more point and click games should use the keyboard. Okay. It's good to know. It's torn completely off. I'm impressed that they took a game that was predominantly music driven and released a PC speaker version. I mean, that's dedication to their art. Hey, Proc Rog, thanks for the... Proc Rog? Yeah, like Prog Rock, but Rog. Like Roger? Yes, I've seen your comments on my videos before, and I think I've seen you on Twitter as well, maybe. Yeah, thanks for popping in. Glad you enjoy the channel. I'm currently torturing people with my PC speaker, as you can probably hear. Shall we play something else? Because I'm losing viewers at the moment. I'm also going deaf. And I can't remember how to play this game anyway. Let's put a stop to that. Well, that was interesting to check out anyway, even if we didn't really actually play it. Ay. Where? Please switch to something quiet. Let's get Neil to stream 3 hours of this music. Well, I mean, I can leave it running if you like, if you just want to drop in and... Right, let's do... Actually, this isn't the... Something nice and relaxed. Yeah, Rick 2 I think is Rick Dangerous 2, but I don't think it actually works from what I remember. Unfortunately. Now this does support the ad-lib, and it does sound amazing on the ad-lib, but yet again it's unplayable due to performance reasons, but it's one that we'll check out on the 486 another time. Is that Golden Axe? Yes, I do have Golden Axe on here. I don't remember playing it. I don't know if it works. We'll have a look at that. I should plug this into the yeah, the Atari video music that's currently in pieces on the landing. It was spread out across the desk, and I've just kind of scooped it all up and chucked it out the door just to get stuff set up for this stream. The sad thing is, one of the best things about... I'm going to play this on easy, just so I can try and keep it with the chat as well. One of the best things about this game is the music, which was, of course, composed by Bobby Prince, who did the music for Wolfenstein 3D and Doom and Rise of the Triad and loads of those kind of games. But you won't get to hear it because I don't have a sound card in this machine. But it does have a slightly less offensive PC speaker implementation than the previous game. Planet X3, yes, I actually I backed Planet X3 and I have a boxed copy. And I do have it on this machine. We could play some Planet X3. Yeah, where is it? I don't know where it's gone. I'm being blind. No, well, it's there anyway. Yes, I do have Planet X3. Oh. Keep pressing up to jump. Space to shoot. Hello, Dampier Zero, welcome to the chat. It's a pity the Planet X3 box can only be opened with a Dremel. I do have my paperclip here. I always like to keep it handy, just in case of any retro PC emergencies. Yes, that's what I was trying to do. I was trying to press Ctrl and Alt to fire and wondering why it wasn't working. It's because I've been playing the first key. But yeah, space is the superior option once you get used to it. Plays very well on a gamepad, this game does. Unfortunately, I don't have one that works with this PC. Ah! No! Oh! Died on the very first level. That's on easy. Shameful. This is why I could never be a Twitch streamer. This is another one of those games that's it's kind of hard to believe that there's only 16 colours on screen at any given time, because they've done such a nice job with the colour palette. Perhaps not in this underground bit, but certainly parts of it. It's a good looking game. Oh, come on. Have you tried Digger? No, I've had to try yet. Keen, Wolf 3D and Doom all have the same controls. If you've... Oh, I've got some weird graphical corruption going on. If you played Wolfenstein 3D with the PC speaker, which is how I played it back in the day, some of the sound effects are the same, like picking things up. Like there's a treasure pickup noise, which is straight out of Commander Keen. Is this why? Oh, it's the wife. Hello. Come to mock me because she's better at Commander Keen than I am. And that's true. Oh, I'll have to check Digger out. I haven't played that one. I can't believe I was up to 42 viewers and I lost 5, all thanks to Loom. I think those of you who stuck around must have eardrums of steel, if there is such a thing. Oh, interesting. So one cool thing about this game which was pretty uncommon at the time, is that you could actually save and load. Which, yeah, quite handy when you're not very good at it. Ah, we have to get the flippers. Paddle War. What is Paddle War? It's just Pong. It's a very basic Pong clone. I don't know what all this weird graphical corruption we've got going on here is. I've never seen that before. Perhaps it's because I probably should have done a cold boot after we were playing Loom. Yeah, I've never seen this. I've played this game quite a lot, and I've never seen that corruption. I'm assuming it's just because I hit reset after we're playing Loom rather than doing a cold boot. I mean, I did the overclock. I don't know, maybe over a year ago now. They might be related, I'm not sure. Certainly not something I've noticed before. On that note, I can show you how this game runs without it. So this is with the turbo, with that PC Sprint accelerator switched off. Ha! That's the one. That's the one, James. If you ever want to ask anyone about Loom, James is the one to ask. Ooh. Yeah, I found the CGA version actually runs. It's actually a bit more. I wouldn't say it runs slower, but it's choppier. Like the scrolling isn't as nice. It's my understanding that the it's some kind of quirk of EGA that allows the smooth scrolling to work on this, but I have to admit I'm definitely not an expert on that. Oh, that's the wrong button, that's why. Rescued the old dude. There we go. Come on, him. Yeah, there we go. Did turn it back on, didn't I? Yeah. What is considered the first game made for PC machines? That's an interesting question. Microsoft Adventure. Is that a real game? Haven't heard of that one. Text Adventures. No, I can't be doing with that. It's not that. Colossal Cave Adventure, that's a good game. That's one I definitely need to check out on this machine. It should run okay, I think. do. Come back. No, can't be bothered. Microsoft Adventure. So everyone's talking about Microsoft Adventure, and the only adventure I know is on the Atari 2600, which is the, you know, where you move the little dot around the maze, and you get the sword, which is basically just like a couple of pixels. Porno Adventure. I'll have to have a look at that one. There's my... Is the stream actually working properly? Because I'm sitting here merrily playing away, and I've just glanced over at the preview screen, and it seems to be stuck. But maybe that's just my preview, and the stream itself's actually working fine. I'm not sure. Stuck. My capture card's got stuck. Well, that's inconsiderate, isn't it? No, I was merrily playing away. I mean, I've just finished the next level, so that's weird. Definitely some oddness happening here. Yeah. Okay. Hmm. On the upside, it's really nice and quiet. I'm surprised the microphone's not picking it up. Okay, well, how do I... I think I'm just going to have to... yeah. Suppose it's to do with the PC itself, no? Well, we'll give it a proper reboot anyway. Right, okay, let's have a look at this capture. Doodah. Typical equipment failure. I don't know. And it's the modern equipment that fails, not the 40-year-old PC. Let's unplug that. No, I don't think it is the capture software, the capture hardware. I think it's OBS. Yeah. Hey, well, it's much bigger now anyway. I don't know, technology, eh? There you are. You nuisance. Yes, nice to see you, Alan. Apologies for the rather odd technical issue. Let's just sort this out, put this back where it belongs, and get back on it. There we go. And we're back in the room. I think the, I don't know if it's a driver related issue or what, but I think it just frozen up in Windows. Had to remove the device from OBS and re-add it. But anyway, we're back. I hope the sound's working actually. That's something else I need to change. It's custom audio device. Analog wave in. There we go. Right. Josh Malone, you've just missed all the excitement, but I'm back. Like I say, I think a bit of a Windows driver issue there, maybe. Anyway. Oh, somebody asked about Planet X3, didn't they? The 8-Bit Guys game. Sorry. Is it? So it's PX3. PC speaker. I love the music in this on the PC speaker. Yeah, I think you're lucky you missed that, Josh. There were dogs howling and yeah, all sorts. It was. Oh, and I lost 5 viewers as well. Give some people tinnitus. So, if I'm not mistaken, the music for this was composed by is it Anders Jensen, something like that? The guy he works with the 8-Bit Guy quite a lot. Yeah, I think so. I'm sure somebody in the chat will know. So, no, it's another game. It's been a while since I played. Yeah, I barely played this, to be honest. I fire it up occasionally, and I mean, I used to play a lot of Red Alert, and I played a huge amount of Tiberian Sun back in the day. So I do know how these RTS kind of games work. RTS, yeah. Split power station. Is your cassette still sealed? Yes. Doesn't seem like a very efficient way to build a wall. Must build on gas vents. Where's the gas vent? Is that a gas vent? Yes. Did I get the 5¼ inch version? I did get the 5¼ inch version, yes. I can't remember if... I think... This may be one of the very few games that I did copy from the disc directly. Although you get the digital download of it as well, so maybe not. I'm not sure if I'd risk the disc in this rather dodgy floppy drives in this machine. So now what? Oh yes, I need to make some dudes. Missile silo. For my headquarters. Right to build. Need more minerals. They're rocks. Where do I get these minerals? I'll just pick these up. Can't bulldoze that. I can bulldoze that though. Yes, got some. Now, do I put this in the factory? I think, don't I? Drop off. Smelter. Oh, I wish I knew how to play this game. Rocks, they're minerals, Marie. Drop it next to the tile. Ah, I know it's missing something obvious. Sorry, Josh. There we go. Does that mean I can build my headquarters now? Have I just built that in the way of the factory, whatever that is? Smelter. Oh no, that's another one of those. I don't need that. Well, that was silly. Oh. Okay, yeah, I see. I'm assuming that's not going to work. There we go. Will I be getting the Petsky game? I don't own a Pet or a C64. It looks good. It does look good. I like his... I've been watching the update videos and I admire his confidence when he says things like, oh, this is... I'm confident that this is going to be the best game ever made for the Commodore 64. And you think, you know what? He's probably right. You don't have to be so smug about it. I have to say, I think I enjoy his game development updates and stuff like that more than the computer restoration stuff nowadays. I think it's really interesting. There's a lot of people out there fixing computers and stuff, myself included, but you don't often come across people with those kind of assembly language skills. I'm just talking to myself. Okay. Yeah, there's some quite good there's definitely some good new stuff coming out for the C64. Yeah. So right, what do I do next? I need to build something else, don't I? Really? Missile silo. Let's build that. Oh, I need energy. I have no energy. Why is that? I've got plenty of minerals. I built a power station. Do I need to... Did I build the power? That's the power station, isn't it? Yeah. Oh, I need to build solar panels. Hey, a modding game stream for Atari would be awesome. Here we go. Yeah, if you've seen more ST content, I can do an ST stream. I can do some more. I've got some ideas for some ST videos actually. My very first computer, well, the very first computer we had was an Acorn Electron, but that kind of blew up not long after we had it. The very first computer that was kind of my own computer was an Atari STE that we got when I was a kid in 1991, and I would like to cover that in quite a bit more detail. There's quite a few projects I'd like to do with that. What was I going to say? I was just thinking. Ah, yes. The Docember. I know quite a few of my subscribers discovered my channel through Docember, and obviously quite a few people who were already familiar with the channel watched my Docember videos. And I was going to say the 8-bit guy. Obviously, this is his game, and I was in that Zoom chat with him, and that was very odd. Some really big players in the kind of the YouTube world, and me, and yeah, one of the very few opportunities I got to speak, I basically insulted him and called him old. So I'm not sure if he held it against me. Oh, what? That's him. That's the 8-bit guy getting his revenge. What am I supposed to do? Oh, no. I didn't build any kind of... Yeah, I didn't build any kind of offensive units, did I? So these guys are just going to destroy my base, and there's nothing I can do about it. Should have asked him where he buys his paper clips from. Certainly not the same place he buys his talks bits from. Anyway. Well, I completely messed that up, but at least we got to hear the music and have a look at those glorious EGA graphics. So it wasn't a wasted opportunity. And I got to tell you my story about the time I insulted the 8-bit guy. Didn't know Bob the Builder was in the game. It looks with that yellow toupee, he looks familiar. Let's move swiftly on from that. Yeah, Atari ST and STE. I was talking to Dave Velociraptor. I'm not sure if he's still in the chat. He's a big STE enthusiast, as am I, and he's really into like the modern games that have been optimized to, you know, where people have taken old games and kind of patched them to take advantage of the extra audio and graphics capabilities of the STE. And I was thinking of putting a video together where I kind of compare some of those. Maybe even compare it to the Amiga I know Amigo's Retro Gaming did quite an interesting video where they have like a series where they debate the merits of two different systems, and it's very well researched, and it's very it's not like fanboyish. It's quite educational. And they did an Amiga versus Atari ST. You know, did an Amiga versus Atari ST video, and yeah, it's surprising. You know, I think that the Amiga was obviously known for being more capable sort of graphically and on the audio side of things than the ST, but there are certain games, there are quite a few games actually, that were better on the ST, just because they were better optimized by the developers or took advantage of the fact that the CPU was clocked ever so slightly higher and that kind of stuff. And it's quite an interesting watch, that video. So yeah, obviously I'm an ST guy, but I appreciate all these retro systems on their own merits. You know, it's fun to just play with this stuff. So yeah. Amiga 4000 versus Falcon 30. Well, if somebody wants to donate those two machines to my channel, an Amiga 4000 and a Falcon, I'll quite happily put that video together. Absolutely. Best thing about the ST, no bloody power brick. Actually, the original ST didn't have the... I shouldn't... No, forget I said that. Oh. No, I don't have a Falcon. I have the... Is the stream still running? Hello? Oh, okay. You mean, yeah, 8088 MPH, whatever it's called. I don't have this on here at the moment. I did run it on here at one point, but it seems to have deleted it. One of my reinstalls. So, can you hear me okay? Okay, yeah, I just had this really weird OBS, just like the whole screen just went black for a couple of seconds and then came back, and I've lost all the the audio peak meters and stuff. I can't see the levels on any of the audio anymore, but I can see the video, I can see the webcam stream and the video capture card perfectly fine. So yeah. So what people were asking about Golden Axe, weren't they? What were the games people were asking about? Golden Axe, and what was the other one? Rick Dangerous, which I don't think works. Let's have a look at Golden Axe. Is that gold.exe? I saw go flying past there. Aha! Go for some glorious EGA action again. Well, we'll see, Josh. We'll see if it runs. It may well it may well not. There you go. If you check out Custardo's channel, you can see the 8088 MPH demo in all its glory, and it is an impressive demo. Do we think this is going to work? I got nothing. Golden Axe brings back so many memories. Well, unfortunately tonight it looks like it won't be. Oh! Make it stop. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? Oh no! Right. Where's the kind, helpful soul that helped us out with Loom? Yeah, super chat £50 to press the spacebar. Yeah, I recently enabled all of that stuff on my channel. I don't know. I had a comment the other day actually. I was accepted into the. You've probably, if you've seen my second channel, which I know not many people have. I was accepted into the YouTube partner program on the 1st of January, and obviously enabled all of that stuff and tried to go for the least offensive options as far as advertising were concerned, skippable pre-roll ads, and that's it. And yeah, I had an email a couple of days later saying enable channel membership. So I thought, well, why not? I've had Patreon for a while, and that seems to have been quite successful. I've picked up quite a few patrons, which is great. I'd always appreciate it. Yeah, so I thought I'll turn on channel membership, and like literally within I think a day of me enabling it, I had a random comment on one of my videos saying, "Oh, YouTube channel membership at 2,500 subscribers," and I thought, is that unusual, or I mean, what's this person saying? So I kind of replied saying, yeah, things have grown pretty quickly just lately, and never heard back from the guy. So I'm not sure what his point was, but yeah, maybe I don't know. Okay, Time Man, yes, thank you very much for joining us. Oh, I've got that weird corruption thing going on again. That's strange, isn't it? Oh, thanks, Josh. That's very kind of you. Douchebag's gonna. I don't know if the guy was being a douchebag or what. I don't know. I don't get many douchebags at all. I get people correcting me and clarifying things and stuff like that, which is fine. I mean, it's all good to, as long as they're polite about it, it's good to learn about this stuff. Open your manual to page 1. Find the word in the lower left and type it below. Oh, thanks, Wolfbane. That's very kind of you to say. Is the word copies? Is it? Oh, Custardo. Thank you very much. Oh, it made the noise. Oh, Costardo, you're officially the first ever person to make the noise on my channel. I hope everyone else heard it. Hey, I don't need much of an excuse. I've never actually been to Sweden. I went to Denmark a couple of years ago. Love the place. So yeah, I'd love to check out Sweden. Any excuse. Oh, Costardo didn't hear the noise. I paid €2 for that noise. I'll have to see if I can give you a refund and we can try it again sometime. Yeah, it's like a dilly kind of noise. That's my impression of it. If you watch a lot of streams, you might be familiar with it. Yeah, Costardo, if you could just try that again, 2 or 3 times. No, but thanks. I do appreciate it. That's really cool. So, are we any closer to finding the code, or should we? Maybe it's already cracked. Well, I mean, I can just try. Oh, maybe it is already cracked. This game doesn't seem happy. It's not. I can tell already that it's not running right at all. Beige boxes and CRTs and late 90s games. Now that sounds like my kind of thing. Although I don't know about taking my... I've got my RM 17-inch CRT down there, and I'm not sure if I'd get away with taking that on a plane to Sweden. Yeah, this is... and this is running in turbo mode. I guess this needs, you know, 286 instructions or something. I've got the 8087 coprocessor in here, so it's not that. And why would it be? Yeah, this is not going to work on this computer. Oh, Wolfbane, thank you very much. Is that 10 kronas? Jim Leonard, good to see you here. That was the Bing, did you hear it? Try CGA mode, okie dokie. I'm going to do a proper power cycle on this as well. Just to give it... give the RAM a bit of a rest for a few seconds. Don't worry about bringing a CRT, we have loaners. Okay, fair enough. Sounds good to me. I will bring my Half-Life machine, my Slot A Athlon 650. Oh, the background music. Yeah, I silenced that and forgot to turn it back on. There we go. I think that should be back on now. I muted that. I've got none of my meters going up and down anymore, thanks to that weird OBS glitch, so I don't really know what's going on with audio. It's a professional operation, this. Oh, LAN party at Neil's. Now, that would be an excellent use of the new cave. I agree. CGA, option 2. Keep going, Reese. You'll be able to buy a Mars bar by the end of the night. Well, unfortunately, I do have to be up stupidly early for work in the morning, as does the wife. So I did say that I would I'd call it quits at 10 o'clock, which is in 8 minutes' time. So we'll see if this runs, and then I will call it a night, I think. But yeah, this has been great. It's been a fun stream, actually. It was done sort of completely on a whim, and yeah, I'll be... Yes, James, stupidly early. Is it before 7:30? Yes, I think her alarm is set for 6 or 6:15, something like that. It's not good. And we basically work together now, although I'm a contractor and she has a real job. Seems to be running a bit faster. Yes, the beeper PC speaker music. Yes, Wolfbane. Yeah, I'll probably be doing this more regularly now, especially now we're in lockdown and I've got nothing else to do anyway. I mean, yeah, it's been a lot of fun. I think maybe we'll work our way through the ages, and I'll get my 486 out next time, and we'll do some VGA games, and then see what else I can move up to the MMX and do some Verge stuff, some early 3D stuff. I've got the Voodoo 1 card for that as well now, and see where we go from there. And like I say, we can work our way back towards Dark Forces and running around in circles in the sewers for hours, like I was doing just before Christmas. Yeah, you reckon that's it? I think so. It's unusual to see this colour palette, actually. It's usually the horrible turquoise and pink one, but they seem to have gone with green and red. This isn't working, is it? Oh, well. Oh! Boo! I'm going to have a bit more of a play with this, I think, tomorrow when I get home from work, and see if I can do anything with it. Ultra Monster Murder 486, AM 586 133, and Hawk 1000. Oh, yes. 2 megabyte Vaser local bus graphics card. Oh, that is nice. That is some nice 486ing there, my friend. I approve. Yeah, this screen doesn't look too bad for CGA, but is it something to do with the copy protection, or who knows? Oh well, right, sorry, just give me a second. Right, there we go. Sorry, it's my phone. Right, just bash some random keys. Oh, let's go back to... Oh well, we'll... Ah! Oh my goodness. These streams always end in madness, don't they? Oh yes. One of those keys is the action button. I'm going to have to try and find the manual. Although, to be fair, based on that screen, I don't think it's going to run properly at all anyway, so probably not worth the effort. Anyway, yeah, I'll give it another go. Maybe I'll try it on the 486 and see how it runs on there. So yes, I think it's about my bedtime, and it should be your bedtime too, because it's a school night, and I'm sure you're all going to work in the morning, against Boris's advice. I know I have to, but unfortunately, I'm testing a new deployment with some physical hardware that their food business relies on. So it's kind of essential, and unfortunately, it has to be deployed ASAP. So it is what it is. Maybe try monochrome. I didn't see the option for monochrome. Let's go big again. Oh, look at that! We've still got the broken version of the video capture on that screen. That's interesting. Oh, you work in a hospital. Yeah, that can't be easy, can it? With everything that's going on. Yeah. Yes, good having you all here. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to call it a night now, but yeah, I think we'll be doing another stream at some point again in the near future. Okay, that's yeah, Hercules mode. Use a built-in CGI emulator. That seems logical. So yeah, probably I'll give it a try, but it's not a game I play on here, and there's probably a reason for that. So probably... Anyway, yes, thank you very much for joining me, everyone. Thank you for the super chats, people. That was really cool and unexpected and very generous of you. So yeah, that's great. So I will hopefully see you again next time. Stay tuned to the channel and be sure to check out my second channel, Reese Rambles, I think it's called. I don't know. I've tried a few different names. Anyway, yes, thank you very much. Good night. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Cheers.